What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys a Week 7 team builder for Red or the Regional Elite Draft League. This week we are taking on Evan, who I have played many a time before. I don't actually know if I've uploaded any of my matches against him, though, which is very interesting. I've actually played him like 3 times now. 3 times, I think. Played him in EPTL once, in Mount Silver twice. Yeah, so I haven't uploaded any of those because they're leagues that I choose not to upload. But I've played Evan 3 times and he's crushed me all 3 times. So I'm expecting a similar beatdown for this game. I actually voted against myself in Pick'ems because I looked at the matchup and I'm like, not really looking like it's for me. Either way, we're going to have fun with this game, and yeah, Evan's in about the same sort of area in terms of standings as we are, so we'll see how that goes. Whew, let's run through his team. He has Tapu Lele, Kommo-o, Nihilego, Kartana, which is his user, Mandibuzz, Alakazam, Seismitoad, Mega Camerupt, Golisopod, which is his user, and Emolga. I'm going to be honest with you guys, if he brings Z Kartana, he's going to nuke something, but then my team has a lot easier of a time with Z Kartana rather than Scarf Kartana, unless he's Z Speed Boost, and then that would really suck. He has priority options in Golisopod with Aqua Jet, Sucker Punch, and First Impression, Hazard Setting in Kommo-o with Stealth Rock, Nihilego with Stealth Rock and T-Spikes, Seismitoad with Stealth Rocks, Mega Camerupt with Stealth Rocks, and Golisopod with Spikes. Removal options in Kartana with Defog, Mandibuzz with Defog, and I'm pretty sure Emolga gets Defog. I don't remember fact-checking that, though. 4 times weaknesses in Kommo-o to Fairy, Nihilego to Ground, Kartana to Fire, Seismitoad to Grass, and Mega Camerupt to Water. So that's a lot of 4 times weaknesses. I'm capitalizing on all of them. I think I have coverage for all of those throughout my team, so that's something. Let's talk about my team then. First up is Lucerne, the Miltank. We're bringing leftovers with Sap Sipper in case he wants to get off a big Leaf Blade with Kartana. Then I eat that up for days, and honestly, this set reasonably well as Kartana. There's a reason that I'm running the EV spread that I am. Stealth Rock, HP Fire, Seismitoss, and Milk Drink. HP Fire, even from base 40 special attack, is still doing the most to Kartana, and this thing's purpose is to eat a hit from Kartana. Excuse me. I don't think that he would be expecting Hidden Power, Fire, Miltank. I think he'd be expecting a lot of other things to have fire coverage, but not Miltank. Seismitoss just for good damage, and then Milk Drink for recovery. With 112 special attack EVs, this is a 75% chance to OHKO Kartana with Hidden Power, Fire, based on him speed creeping Cryogonal. So that much HP investment, which I think is like 32. HP Fire is a 75% chance to OHKO. I specifically EV'd for that. And we don't get 2-shot by Jolly Sacred Sword, I think, as long as he's Scarf. But if he's SD, then we're screwed. If he's SDZ, then we die, and that's about it. Next up is Comfy. We're bringing Lade. It's a Spadef-ish wall this week with Leech Seed, Draining Kiss, Defog, and Synthesis. I have a huge oversight, by the way, in the fact that Psychic Terrain blocks Triage, but it's still my best option, if I'm being completely honest, against a lot of his team, despite the fact that the priority is numbed. I'm sorry, it's really late when I'm recording this, but I need to get it out because I have conflicting scheduling issues with my Week 8 opponent, and so I have to play both of these matches on the same day, which means I need to start building for the other match as well. Yeah, so there's actually kind of anti-synergy with Golisopod plus Tapu Lele that I don't like on his team. Like, he really can't use them together that well. Like, I don't think they work well together because Psychic Terrain blocks like First Impression, Aqua Jet, and Sucker Punch, which is like basically Golisopod's bread and butter because it's too slow otherwise. So just clicking really powerful First Impressions is what Golisopod does best. I am expecting it looking at my team because I think that it has a really good matchup against most of my team. Oh, excuse me. But I'm not expecting a Emolga is the only thing that I really am not anticipating. I could see Mega Camerupt not coming either. I think Mega Camerupt not coming is maybe a smart choice, just because Trick Room doesn't look that great when I have Arachnid plus Trickology plus Vikavolt. So yeah. Anyways, Comfy Leech Seed is there for recovery, and honestly, Leech Seed's like the best thing I can do against the Tapu Lele is kind of like Leech Seed up on it and then Synthesis over and over and over again. Defog, because I need a way to get rid of hazards if he starts to T-spike me and spike stack me. That's going to be really obnoxious. And I'm relatively weak to rocks this week too. I'm so sorry guys, I'm just absolutely exhausted right now, and yawning never ceases in the team builders, as we all know. Draining Kiss will obliterate Komao. The problem is that it's immune to it in Psychic terrain, so that's a really scary proposition. But if it's not in Psychic terrain, then Draining Kiss does well. Same with against the Mandibuzz. It's going to do alright against Alakazam and Gliscod. And same with Seismitoad and Molga. Everything else resists it, and Tapu Lele will always be in Psychic terrain unless he leaves it in for a long enough time, so it's obviously immune to that as well. Max HP, a little bit of speed on there, which is enough to outrun Adamant Komao, or Neutral Nature Adamant or Modest Komao, which is what I would imagine he's going to bring. Or he's going to speed creep over Buzzwole, and this speed will be entirely worthless, but there you go, who knows, it might matter for like a speedy Seismitoad or something. Actually, you know what, I'm actually just going to pull some points out of Special Attack real quick, because I'm now outspeeding Max Speed Seismitoad with that investment. I didn't realize that it was that close until I just looked, so outspeed Seismitoad. Just making a note on my prep doc real quick there. Okay, I'm running this much SpDef investment because it's random. Honestly, I just wanted... No, we'll put it back in SpDef. I'm running this much SpDef investment because it's what's left. I just completely randomly threw SpDef investment in before, and that's Comfy. We are bringing SpDef Arachnid as well, with Sticky Web, Leech Life, Liquidation, and Toxic. Oh, I totally forgot to mention this, guys. I dropped Alomomola for Arachnid, Kleenex over here, and I dropped Tangela for Cryogonal, so I kind of, like, upgraded my speed a little bit, if that makes sense. Oh, excuse me, by like 20 points aggregate or something. Because I dropped like 20 points. I dropped 23, and then I gained 45, so I gained 22 speed points aggregate, I guess. And I have something that is like a reasonable speed tier-ish, but like still not really. And I needed more removal options because Comfy and Donphan by themselves weren't doing it. And also Cryogonal's a decent special wall, so I thought that that was really good. Arachnid, also another decent special wall to make up for the fact that I have Donphan and Miltank, which are really good physical walls. And webs looked pretty good with my team, to be honest with you. I've been scared of people bringing webs against me, and I think they are good against people. So webs, Leech Life, Liquidation, Toxic. Leech Life is only there for the recovery. That's the only reason. Leech Life is actually not doing much to anything outside of like Alakazam, and I'm invested enough to where Liquidation is going to kill Alakazam's speed creeping Salazzle. So if he speed creeps Salazzle with his Alakazam, for investment Liquidation, minimum roll is 100.3 with without Adamant and with Water Bubble, without Adamant and without Splash Plate. So I'm definitely OHKOing Alakazam with Liquidation, and I really feel like Leech Life is not going to do a whole lot for me, but I don't have really a better option besides like Magic Coat, and I'm running Toxic to deal with the Seismitoad anyways. So 1 point in speed just in case he wants to speed creep Gliscod with, or he wants to speed creep over Arachnid with Gliscod. I don't think he would, but I do have a 42, a 43, and a 44 speed tier now. So I think if he was going to speed creep one of them, he would speed creep over like mid-speed Dragalge. So the speed could be irrelevant, but I didn't need the point anywhere else. And fully SpDef, we can eat. We eat Alakazam hits for sure. Like this is easily our switch in Alakazam. We eat Mega Camerupt hits very easily. We eat special Seismitoad hits very easily. We actually relatively eat Nihilego hits. Power Gem's a problem though. Special combo hits we eat, and Specs Tapu Lele is a problem. But what team isn't a problem for Specs Tapu Lele? I guess one with an actual good steel type. Bisharp's actually kind of garbage, and it takes fairy hits neutrally, which really sucks as a steel type. So I basically have no fairy answers because my poison type also takes fairy hits neutrally, or one of my poison types. The other one's 4 times resist it, but it's a frail sweeper, so I didn't draft well, and I'm seeing the problems with that against the good teams. And we're getting into the middle of the season now where we're playing a lot of good teams, so I can't imagine this is going to hold up well come playoffs, and I only have one more transaction left, so we'll see if I maybe end up getting rid of Bisharp, but a nice Pursuit Trapper for Mega Alakazam is always helpful. Next up is Buzzwole, bringing Saltfest Buzzwole. Lots of special defense investment here. I also eat hits from Kartana for days, unless he runs Aerial Ace, and then it's a problem. He probably would run Aerial Ace against me. Otherwise, Buzzwole actually hard walls it. Drain Punch, Ice Punch, Earthquake, Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is doing like 30% to Gliscod, which really sucks, but it's like my best way to hit it. And Thunder Punch is also 100% accurate for things like Mandibuzz that I would want to hit. Drain Punch hits a lot of his team, but it's mainly there for the Camel. It's going to do decent damage against Mandibuzz, actually. It's going to do a lot of damage to the Kartana. I don't know if it'll OHKO, and it's my best way to hit the Seismitoad. Tapu Lele switches in on this every time, realistically, but Earthquake dents his team pretty hard. I eat hits from Nihilego, and I can Earthquake that. Ice Punch also there for the Emolga if he's Motor Drive. And yeah, I just don't have anything to Lele. Ice Punch also there for the Como. Pardon me, those are the reasons. I'm running a little bit of speed on here. Tiny bit of speed just for zero speed Mandibuzz. We're outspeeding zero speed Mandibuzz. This special defense investment lets me not get like 5-shot by Sludge Wave from Nihilego or something. Or Power Gem, can't remember which. I was definitely like EVing for a certain calc though, and I can't remember what it was. Because that's why I just have this attack investment here, otherwise I would just put it all in Spadef. Anyways, that's Buzzwole. Next up is Mega Alakazam. We are bringing Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, HP Fire, and Shadow Ball. This is enough coverage to blow back his team. Yeah, essentially I'm killing everything with this, I think. Except for maybe like Spadef Seismitoad, which can't hit me back that hard. So yeah, Psychic dents things, and in Psychic terrain, it's a huge threat. Tapu Lele is a threat to me, but Mega Alakazam is a massive threat to him. He really does not have good Mega Alakazam answers, especially given that I have D-Gleam for Como and the Mandibuzz. HP Fire is there for the Kartana, which actually, depending on the investment, gets one-shot by Shadow Ball, so HP Fire might not even matter. Psychic hits everything else. Shadow Ball's there for the Alakazam primarily, but it also hit the Tapu Lele, but especially offensively. And yeah, Psychic Stab just blows him back. I was considering Energy Ball over HP Fire, but I decided the risk wasn't worth it in case he wanted to run a lot of HP investment on the Kartana and run Scarf. I'm running a lot of speed, and I can actually run Modest against him, but I decided against it. I'm opting to run Timid because I outspeed Como at +1 speed creeping Buzzwole, which is very convoluted, but essentially his Como can speed creep over max speed Buzzwole, and then I'm outspeeding his Como after a Dragonance if he's speed creeping Buzzwole, and then I'll OHKO it with Dazzling Gleam unless he's Roselli Berry, or I'll OHKO it with Psychic unless he's Payapa Berry. I am expecting one of those on the Como, I think, because otherwise it's not a threat to me, if that makes sense, because Mega Alakazam can outspeed +1 Como, except unless he runs max speed Como, then he can outrun even timid max speed Mega Alakazam. The breaking point is base 83, and Como is above that, so he can still outrun my base 150. Max special attack, a little bit of HP. Last but not least is Salazzle, bringing a Scarf Salazzle just as a sort of a backup check to the Kartana. And I actually realized I'm an idiot and I shouldn't be running Will-O-Wisp. I should be running Sludge Wave because I'm like, what am I doing? But this is a reliable check to spec. Excuse me. Oh my god. Oh, I have very violent sneezes and I didn't realize that was going to happen while I was recording. I think that's the first time ever. Sludge Wave should be able to deal with Scarf Tapu Lele as well as a Revenge Killer. So this is just a really good Revenge Killer against his team overall. Dragon Pulse is there to Revenge Kill the Como, which would otherwise resist the Flamethrower and Hidden Power Grass. Hidden Power Grass is there for the Seismitoad. I mean, I can't really deal with Nihilego, but Sludge Wave is relatively spammable against the rest of his team, bar Kartana, which isn't going to want to take a Flamethrower anyways. Salazzle's outspeeding Kartana, so I'm definitely outspeeding Scarf Kartana and Scarf Lele. Unless he's like Speed Boost Kartana with Scarf, then he's just a Lord, and I've only seen that against Rain teams. yeah, and that's going to be the team. So hope you guys enjoy. Hope the match is actually entertaining, and I will catch you guys for the match.